And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bedford High Stadium on this wet Wednesday. It's senior night here for the Bulldogs, and the ceremony took place before the contest. And if you stay tuned, we're going to replay that ceremony for you at halftime. I'm Harry Kozlowski. I'm here with Jay Abendroth. He's going to be doing the color commentary on this contest. Jay, we were just talking about this has been a pretty solid year for the Bulldogs. They had two tough losses, a couple of close losses to Exeter. The only real big defeat they had in state was against BG, and then, of course, they played a very strong team in, let me get that again, the Marblehead. They lost that one by 1 goal. Other than that, they've been a pretty solid performer here in Division One.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a really nice season for them. They've played the tough teams strong. You know, they've done well against them and finished off the ones they should beat. This will be a good match for them to close out. You know, second to last game. Want to go into the end of the season with some momentum.
Now, right now, the Bulldogs occupy second place by point rating, which is what they go by. Even though Bedford so far has only played 15 games. They're only going to play 16 counting today. Meanwhile, Exeter is playing, I believe, an 18-game schedule. They have a game left tonight against Merrimack. If they win that contest, they would make a 13-6. I'm not sure if that point rating would change enough to put them in the second place. So either way, Bedford's looking at either a 2 or 3 seed. And that would a 3 seed would actually put them up against the same Londonderry Lancers team, who, by the way, is coming in here with a record of 8-7. Face-off, Bedford controls. And that's Luke Sy, one of the seniors being faded here tonight with the ball. He kicks it over to Dalton Roberto.
Yeah, and it's good, Harry, to see the seniors get a little bit of run here. Coach giving them a nod. They've been here 4 years, done a lot for this program, so it's nice to see them out in the field to start.
Cole Deal waiting for his offense to take shape here. A couple of substitutions, new Bulldogs on the field. Pass down low to Frangillo. And now it's Colton Poole behind X. Pass up the wall. Now they come back up on top. Taking their time here. We're already a minute into this game, no score.
Yeah, and Harry, it's good to see first possession. It's a pretty wet night out there for a lot of you at home. You're at home for a reason. And it's good to see him get the ball around, get some possessions, get used to those wet sticks.
Yeah, Bulldogs taking their time. Colton Poole at the top being watched there by number 1, Cam Brutus. He decides to pull back. Passes across now to Cole Wolfinger. Down to Deal, now behind X with the ball. That's Tyler Daldo being watched. Daldo looking for a passing lane, couldn't find it. Now he gets it back on top. Over to Luke Carr. And Bedford going through the cycle once again. Ball up top, now down low. Wheeling around, there's a shot. Hits the side of the net, goes out. We'll see if the Bulldogs back it up, or they're going to say that, yeah, they're going to retain possession here. Bulldogs did back that up.
A nice right-handed take from Poole from behind. Again, good patience. Oop, and they just throw the ball away there.
Yeah, nobody home there, so that's a turnover. Ball out of bounds, and it goes to the Lancers. They take over. Carry the ball in. That's Pataluca into the Bedford zone. Now he pulls up. Pass up to Sam Malia. He sends that across to Brandon Robbins. And there's an interception, kind of a lazy pass there. Kevin Sheridan picks it up for the Bulldogs. Now here come the Bedford players in transition. Now they pull up, waiting for their offense to reset. Poole over to Bennett Matthews.
And Harry, that was one of the things I was going to talk about is Bedford's done a really nice job this year extending their defense and picking off passes. And there was a great example of Sheridan jumping in a passing lane, as you said, pretty lazy pass, and able to take a possession away from Londonderry.
Now Zach Griffin comes into the offensive zone. He's coming down the side, sends the pass down low to Poole. Poole behind X, looking for an outlet, a pass perhaps. Now he gets it back on top.
What was the by the way, goes on his reach.
Number 6, Sean Toscano, guarded there by Brutus. And Brutus is able to check his stick, cause the turnover. Brutus now in transition for Londonderry, takes a shot from down about 30 yards away. And Fletcher's ready for that. Makes the save and kicks it out to Kevin Sheridan, who brings it out of the defensive zone. Pass up. Bennett Matthews.
Yeah, very nice save for Fletcher. It was a fast break opportunity. Long stick came down and shot. I think he got a little bit of help from the pole, but it's real nice to see a first save for Fletcher.
Now Zach Griffin with it. Tries to penetrate, decides to pull back. Pass over to Matthews. Now behind the net, it's Luke Purnell. Luke comes out in front, takes a bouncer, no good. Looks like Bedford's going to, they're going to give that to Londonderry. That's interesting. I thought that Poole was a lot closer to that ball.
Yeah, really nice hustle by the goalie there, Londonderry goalie, Benjamin Paducah. That's a hard one. Pataluka, excuse me. Really nice play to get a possession for his team.
Now here come the Lancers. McPhail into the offensive zone, decides to pull up and wait for his offense to transition. Sends it down the line, now back, gets the ball right back. Pataluka, long goal line extended, decides to pull up. Back to McPhail, now he bounces it over to number 4, that's Malia. Malia gets it back from Souza. Malia absorbs a check there from Zach Griffin, still with the ball, now behind the net. Being checked there by Sheridan, and he goes down. Londonderry players does, and Sheridan picks it up. It's another good defensive play there by the Bulldogs. Sheridan driving down the sideline into the crosses midfield. Gets the ball over to Poole. Poole comes back on top, waits for his offensive teammates to join him. Matthews with it.
Yeah, a really nice check from Sheridan there. Oftentimes those types where you get on the hands and you pull the opponent down, you get a penalty, but there you go, a goal.
Brody Helton, he finds, is that number 7, Zach Griffin, who got that pass on the inside? No, it's number 1. That was Kaliza with the goal, and that comes at the 6:06 mark of the first quarter. So we're going to. So Helton with the assist to Kaliza gives the Bulldogs the early lead.
Yeah, and oftentimes I was saying Sheridan had a nice takeaway. Oftentimes he'll pull down the attackman, and that'll be a hold and actually lose possession. He was able to let up after the ball was on the ground and start that fast break.
The officials call a foul on the faceoff, giving possession to Bedford. So here they are, Brody Helton again, the man who set up that last goal. Pulling out a defensive player. That was number 19, Dylan Risley, watching him. And now here's 23 for Bedford, Gaffney. Tried to penetrate, decides to get the ball back now to Helton. At the top, gets it to Kaliza. Kaliza down the sideline.
And we'll see what they do here, Harry. They've got a mismatch where Kaliza, an attackman, has a short stick, which isn't often the case, so he's got him behind. See what he can do with the ball.
Ethan Kahn is the defender on Kaliza. Now a second defender comes into play. That's Brutus. Centering pass, nobody home, picked up by the Lancers. And now they try to fight their way out of their zone. Pass up ahead, broken up by the Bulldogs, still on the ground. Now they get it. Finally picked it up off the turf, and they come back in. Oh, long pass there intended for Poole. Goes out of bounds, so turnover on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and you may chalk that one up. Brody Helton, a little bit of wet stick. I think the ball just got away from him.
goalkeeper Colby Walden makes the pass. The Lancers go into the offensive end. Behind the net now. There's a pass across the back. That's loose in the crease and picked up by Fletcher. So the Bulldogs neutralize that offensive possession. 4:19 to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs lead 1-0 on a goal from Kaliza. They came with 6:06 remaining in the first. Helton. He sends it to Matthews. Matthews waits. Finds an offensive partner in Zach Griffin. Griffin decides to pull back. And now here's a switch with number 6, I think it's Toscano, getting the pass down low to Poole. Griffin back on top. Griffin moving sideways down to Poole. Bedford just working this perimeter. Matthews takes a screen, sends a pass over to Kaliza, and Kaliza scores again.
Yeah, really good awareness there by Matthews. Oftentimes you see a freshman grow up a little bit. He's been shooting that ball, but he kept his head up, found Kaliza in the middle. Really nice finish by the senior.
Goal by number 1, Derek Kaliza. Assist to number 13, Matthews.
Yeah, Matthews really showing good vision there, finding Kaliza in the slot, so to speak. To use the hockey term, and just found him there, and Kaliza able to get a shot point blank there on the keeper. Walden beat him. So it's 2-0 Bulldogs at 3:23 to go here in the first. The Lancers pick up the face-off. Ty Parsons comes away with the ball. And then we get a timeout here. And a break in the action with the Bulldogs up by a score of 2-0. Our next televised contest is coming up Friday night. It's going to be senior night for the girls lacrosse team. Friday, May 26th at 6:30. They're going to be hosting an out-of-state team, and quite a team, too. The number 1 rated Division III girls lacrosse team in Massachusetts, the 14-0 Newburyport Clippers. They come in, so a tremendous challenge here for their final regular season contest here at Bedford High Stadium.
Yeah, the girls are having a nice season as well. Wish them all the luck. Coming back to this one, I think Harry, Coach Bordeaux's got to be pretty happy with everything that Bedford's been doing. They basically have maintained possession on offense, and then when they're on defense, they've extended, and they've been able to keep, really, Fletcher's been untested thus far.
And the few times he's had to make a save, he's done pretty well for himself. So I'm assuming that the Lancers called this timeout. What do you think the coach is telling his guys?
Yeah, I'm wondering. I think that if it is the Lancers, I think they need some possession. They need to be able to work the ball around a little bit. They've been playing defense for a long time, right? Like in any sport, you got to be able to give your defense a rest to make sure they're at their game. So I think this is about keeping the ball in the offensive end, getting it around, and getting a good shot.
And the teams are finally coming back to the field. Rain has eased up just a little bit. Still a little bit of drizzle out there. Weather radar shows that we're going to be getting some rain for at least another 30 minutes or so. Quite a lot of rain right around us right now.
That's right, a lot of clouds, but it's good to see the fans out here for senior night. A lot of umbrellas, but it's good to see them supporting their Bulldogs, especially the seniors.
So Lancers possession here. I assume they called the timeout. And away we go with James McPhail. He gets it over to Pataluca. Pataluca wheels around. Gets it down low. That's number 2, Nate Pedrick. Still with the ball. There's a give and go inside the slot, and that's taken away. Another break up there with Spencer Henrishon getting his stick in the way, intercepting that pass.
Yeah, really nice job. one of the defenders had broken a stick and had to run off, and Henrichon was able to, basically pick that off when they were a man down. Nice change of possession, nice defensive possession there for the Bulldogs.
So Kevin Master DeCosta in the game now. He kicks the ball over to Brody Helton. Helton backs off. Takes some time here to get the Bulldog offense set here. Looks like a screen momentarily. Actually, it's a change of offensive player. James Gaffney now comes in, number 23, and Dylan Soden goes to the bench. Here's the pass inside to Kaliza, almost with the natural hat trick. Shot it high.
Yeah, he had that opportunity. Again, really good, nice look. Putting it in the middle of the cage instead of shooting from out. It's a really good play for the Bulldogs. Glad to see him looking around for their teammates.
And Walden comes up with a save there on the pass in front. And here come the Lancers.
I actually think Kaliza was a little bit surprised he was that open. Rushed the shot a bit.
That'll happen sometimes. You rush the shot thinking you're going to take a hit, and then you don't realize just how much room you've got to work with. So Manuel Souza gets it behind X.
He decided after, I think he was
And a shot attempt there by Pedrick. He was definitely restricted in his movement by the Bedford defensive player. Couldn't get a good shot away. Winds up going over the net, and Bedford picks it up. Here they come.
Yeah, good fundamental defense by Sheridan there. Taking body and really lifting, getting the ball away. It's nice to see that fundamentals.
Helton with an underhand shot that dribbles over to Walden. He picks it up and makes the save. Londonderry coming back now, under a minute to go. Bulldogs with the 2-0 lead. Pedrick over to Melia. Now Melia gets the ball back from McPhail. Pedrick with it along the sideline. Tries to take it down low along the goal line. Takes a shot. And it looks like Fletcher makes a save on him.
Yeah, stood tall there. Ball was, player was right in front of the goal. Fletcher was able to stand his ground, make a pretty nice save.
Bulldogs come back. Sheridan decides to cross midfield, join the offense. Now he's going to jump back behind the midfield stripe. That allows another Bulldogs player, Zach Griffin, to come on offense. Poole, pass up to Kaliza, backhanded, scores. There's that hat trick. Just as the clock expires. The official's going to allow that goal. The clock was at 0 at the very moment that he scored.
I think they're going to give it to him. And Kaliza's just making a living there in the middle of the field, doing a really nice job moving around off the ball, getting some easy shots.
And that was a great backhand. He kind of pirouetted and sent the ball from behind.
Absolutely. No, a really nice play. And I'll tell you, Harry, that two things that are standing out to me at the end of this first quarter. Number one, the clears on Bedford. That's been a little bit of a weakness. They're doing a really nice job, and I think Sheridan has 5 on his own, so he's doing a great job. And then number two, where in the past they've been shooting from out, long distance, they're able to stop, pick their head up, and find Kaliza in the middle, and that's 3 goals right there that they might not have otherwise had.
So they just announced a goal for Kaliza, no assist given. Am I correct? Nope. Do you remember who got the pass to Kaliza? Was that?
I believe it was Bennett Matthews.
Matthews, 13. I think you're right. So we're going to unofficially grant Matthews a second assist. So we're between periods here. And there it goes. They're going to officially give that to Ben Matthews. So 2 assists on the day for Matthews, 3 goals for Kaliza, 1 assist for number 19, Brody Helton. And we're about to start the second period here. Have you heard about the Bedford Buzz that brings you up-to-date news, interviews, and insightful features, ensuring you're always in the know, whether you're a longtime resident or newcomer to our beloved town? The Bedford Buzz is your essential source for all things local. The Bedford Buzz can be viewed on BCTV's Channel 16, HD 1072, as well as on the BCTV app and on the BCTV YouTube channel. Tune in Friday, May 26th to catch the latest episode. So the teams change ends here. Bedford will be going from right to left. Off the face-off. Looks like Dalton Roberto picks it up. Able to beat out Ty Parsons right there, and Bulldogs are on offense. Start the second. Poole taking a couple of hits there from Cam Brutus, but no worse for wear. Now goes behind X. Looks for an outlet. He's got Luke Purnell right there, gets the ball to him. Purnell taking a direction there from Bennett Matthews, kind of guiding him back behind X. Purnell being guarded, now wheels around. Turns, changes direction, fires in close and scores, and runs into the goalkeeper at the same time.
Yeah, nice recognition. Bedford was really just trying to hold the ball and get their long stick out, but Purnell recognized that he had a short stick on him, so that's an attackman with another short stick. You know, the guys who usually have a long stick was able to take advantage, roll back, and have a pretty easy shot, pretty point-blank shot. So nice work, nice recognition.
And it was a good move by him to shake off that double team.
Absolutely,
To be able to get in tight on the goalkeeper, Walden.
Yeah, was able to spin away, and thankfully where he spun was right in front of the goal.
So that's going to make it 4-0 now with Purnell getting on the score sheet unassisted. And Dalton Roberto against Ty Parsons here on the faceoff. Won again by the Bulldogs. Roberto picks it up. He's got a lane to the net, inside to Kaliza, and scores. Kaliza just hanging around waiting for the pass, and there it is.
Yeah, the Bulldogs really firing on all cylinders right now. One of the best parts about lacrosse is it goes back to a face-off, and if you're able to dominate that X, it's basically you get every possession, and we're seeing a little bit of that right now. And then the Bulldogs are actually taking care of the ball, getting Kaliza some up front, and Purnell last one right in front of the goal, high percentage shots.
So just 9 seconds between goals here in the second quarter, and Roberto wins it again. Decides to leave it there for Daldo. Daldo to Helton now, and now we're going to see a few offensive changes here for the Bulldogs. Helton waits. Gets Toscano to join him. And now Bennett Matthews. Matthews gets around one man, finds a player in tight. Backhand shot, scores, and there's a penalty called right after. And the goal, I believe, is number 26, Colton Poole.
That's right. He made a really nice shot, kind of over his shoulder, cross-handed, absorbed the hit. So the hoop and the foul, really a nice way to stand in there.
6-0 Bulldogs. They've scored 3 goals in the space of a minute and 22 of the first period. Now we're going to get a timeout. I'm sure the Lancers need to talk things over here. I'm going to guess that Matthews, we'll find out here. And did Matthews get the assist on that?
I think he did again.
Okay.
Yep, I think another freshman. He came down, drove down the right-hand alley, was able to get it back to Poole, and Poole was able to sneak inside and have, another 5-6 yard shot. Another example of the Bedford Bulldogs keeping their head up and finding the open man. Doing really well right now.
Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club is always looking for new members and volunteers to help support the Bedford High School athletic programs. The Booster Club meets in the BHS Media Center 7 p.m. on the first Wednesday of every month, so one is coming up here in June. Visit bbabc.net to learn more about how you can help or request more information. So while we got a moment here, let's recap the scoring here. It's 6-0 Bulldogs. Your first 3 goals coming courtesy of Kaliza. The first one assisted by Brody Helton, the next 2 by Ben Matthews. And that's how we ended the first period with a 3-0 lead. That last Kaliza goal, by the way, scored right at the buzzer. And then just about 40 seconds into the second quarter, it was Luke Purnell, unassisted, made it 4-0 at 11:20. 9 seconds later, Kaliza from Dalton Roberto right off the face-off makes it 5-0. And then at 10:38, we had number 26, Colton Poole, with another assist from Matthews. That's 3 on the evening for him. And that is where we are now at 6-0.
Yeah, and I think back, we've had instant replay. So, Andrew, maybe our talented camera guy, the Kaliza goal at the end of the first quarter is one of those ones you'd love to be able to see on instant replay because that was special.
And we are back on channel 1072 right now. Off the face-off, it's won again by the Bulldogs, picked up there by Bennett Matthews. Carries it in.
Yeah, and they will be man up right now. 6-on-5 for the Bedford Bulldogs.
There was a flag. You're right. Any idea what the call might have been?
It was either a legal body check or a cross check after as that goal was scored. Something a little bit more harmful, because usually those are waved off after the goal.
There's Matthews down low, and shot by Purnell goes over the net. Ball is loose. Finally picked up by the keeper, Walden. He's in his crease, using that for defense here, as offensive players cannot enter the crease. Now finally an outlet pass that gets bobbled, picked up quickly though, and Lancers maintain control. Brandon Robbins getting some abuse there, finds an open man. That's McPhail. McPhail trying to drive, goes down, and we're going to get a penalty call here. Some kind of, was that like a
Just
shout?
a push. Yeah, push from behind. No penalty, but a change of possession. It looks like they're even as well. That pass penalty was released.
So the Lancers now behind the Bedford net. Petaluka comes across, tried to get it into the slot, couldn't do it, and it's taken away now by the Bulldogs. Matthews across the midfield stripe. Gets it to Parnell. The shot by Kuliza, high and in the net.
Yeah, again, textbook. So started with Tristan Kerr with a really nice takeaway, forced a bad pass with a good lift, picked it up. Matthews was able to motor it down the field, and pretty textbook fast break. 3 passes and a goal. Nice job. I think, how many does Kuliza have now? Is that his 5th?
That is his 5th goal.
Having a great day. Same with Matthews. He's got a lot of positive points on the board.
Luke Purnell getting the assist on that play. And as Andrew Fenn, our camera person here, pointed out to me, the last time the Lancers and Bulldogs faced off in Londonderry, it was a 4-3 contest. So this one a little higher scoring and a little more one-sided.
Yeah, we talked about at the beginning, teams peaking at the right time. It looks like Bedford is really starting to pull a lot of this stuff together. Good coaching as well.
Shot goes high over the net. Possession goes to the Lancers. Walden comes out of his net. Kuliza getting in close. Now the pass up to Malia, and he crosses midfield. Pass to McPhail. Pass across, misses everybody, out of bounds. Turnover Londonderry. Bedford gets the ball back here with 8:32 to go in the half.
Yeah, it was a good look by Londonderry, but a little bit wayward pass, unfortunately.
So the ball's inbounds. Matthews kind of quarterbacking the transition offense here. He gets a give and go from Brady Helton. Ball's turned over. Lancers take it back.
Yeah, that might have been it was a tough pass from Helton into Matthews, trying to reward him for the hard work, but jammed him up a little bit with a couple people on him.
Long pass up to Brandon Robbins. He takes it deep into the Bedford zone. Pass across, now up on top there to Pedrick. Pedrick along the far sideline evades one defender, but gets his stick checked, loses the ball. It's on the ground. Lancers look like they get it back. McPhail picking it up. Behind X, there's a centering pass broken up, and Fletcher gets his stick on it as the ball lays on the ground in front of the net. 7:28 to go in the second quarter. Bulldogs up 7-0.
Yeah, it was nice defense by the Bulldogs there. They really so Sheridan was beaten on the back a little bit, had a step, or opponent had the step on him, but they were able to collapse in the middle, get the ball on the ground, and create the turnover.
Looks like we're going to get timeout here called by the Bulldogs. Maybe set something up here with possession. 7:12 to go. It's easy to listen to your Bedford town radio station, Bedford 105.1, and it's easy to listen online because We stream at our website, wbnh.bedfordnh.org. We also stream over phone apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, and Radio Garden. And if you've got a Amazon device like an Alexa in your home, all you have to say is, Alexa, play Bedford 105.1, and it will play for you just like that.
You almost have no excuse.
No excuse
It's
at all.
right there for you. And I tell you, with the rain coming down, you may be making the smart choice if you were listening on Alexa right now, although it's starting to let up a little bit here.
We'll be getting the radio station involved once the teams are in the playoffs, especially if any of the Bedford teams make the finals. We won't be able to broadcast them in real time. We'll have to tape delay them, but we will give coverage to any finals on radio. So be assured that you will get that when the time comes toward the end of the month. Last week of May, first week of June is when those tournament championships happen. Teams are back on the field. Bulldogs with possession. Sean Toscano, I think, has the ball, and the whistle blows and play begins. Toscano waits for an opening.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. Usually off these timeouts, coach will call some type of play. So let's see what they have in the bag.
Zach Griffin looks for an outlet pass. Down low to Poole. Back up to Griffin now at about the 30-yard line. Griffin one-on-one against Jake Perrin. Here's the pass to Matthews, decides to get on score sheet. There's a great save there by Walden. Ball goes out of bounds, but it's backed up by the Bulldogs. They'll hold on to possession. And it looks like Walden might have been stung by that shot.
Yeah, they're going to let him play on, but he definitely soaked that one either on his knee or his side.
Poole for Bedford. Gets it up top to Griffin. Griffin trying to shake and bake his way in. Londonderry defense not buying it. Now he pulls back, gets it back to Poole behind X. Purnell up to Toscano. Matthews up high, takes a shot. Backed up by Purnell. He catches it with a stick to Toscano now. Under 6 minutes to play here in the half. Toscano taking his time, looking for an opening. Londonderry defense just kind of waiting for something to happen here. And now there's a pass to Kaliza. Behind the net, it goes to Purnell. Purnell absorbs the check, centers the pass to Kaliza. Inside to Matthews, who is now inside that slot position. Takes a shot that goes high over the net, backed up by the Bulldogs. They retain possession.
Yeah, really nice ball movement. Kaliza paid the favor back to Matthews, and unfortunately Matthews spun right on the doorstep and pulled it a little bit high.
Here's Matthews again with a shot that goes wide. And I think the officials will give it to Bedford. They back that up, so it almost, I think they're trying to feed the ball to Matthews, trying to get him on the score sheet as a goal scorer, not just an assist giver. Now Purnell emerging from behind the extended goal line. Or sorry, that's Toscano, number 6. Carries the ball all the way out to the 40-yard line as the Bulldogs decide to reset their offense here. 5:13 to play in the half. Toscano drives, finds Griffin, shot down low, and it's saved by Walden. Ball's loose on the ground, goes all the way out to Griffin. Finally settles it down, gets it. Bedford's going to have another offensive chance here.
Yeah, Harry, I'm not sure. That was a really nice save by Walden. I'm not sure his hand is okay there. He really couldn't pick up the ball as it was at his feet and caused a turnover there for Bedford.
Matthews, Kaliza lost it momentarily. Now shoots and scores. Number 6 for Kaliza, another assist there for Matthews. This one coming at 4:39 remaining in the second, and it's 8-0 Bedford.
Yeah, and just no sooner did that score happen, I think that Walden's coming out of the game. Unfortunately, the goalie for Londonderry may have a little bit of an injury there that he can't play with.
Yeah, it did. We saw the shot that Matthews took. It looked like it stung him, or was that Toscano? We didn't know where it hit him. It might have hit him in the hand. Well, we'll see what's going on here. It looks like
I think he switched gloves with the other goalie there. I wonder if they're different size, but he's clearly in just some discomfort and a bit of pain there. hopefully he gets better. You never want to see goalies like that. They take enough punishment. Hopefully he can turn it around.
Backup keeper Nathan Barrett for the Lancers. He goes back to the bench after giving Colby Walden a copy of his glove there. Bedford controls the face-off once again. I believe they've won just about every face-off so far in this half.
I think that's right.
Helton tries to get it inside there to Poole, I believe, number 26. And that ball gets away from him, and it's going to be the Lancers' ball here as they back up that shot. 4:22 to play. Clock running. A cloudy evening. The rain at least has subsided. Walden gets the ball back there from Risley. Now the pass up front to Hard. Logan Hard. Ben Pataluka had it momentarily. He lost it, gets it to Sam Malia. Now Pataluka with it again.
Yeah, regardless of the discomfort by the goalie there, he was able to make a really nice outlet pass 3/4 of the field up and get the ball down on the Londonderry offensive end.
McPhail had the ball taken away. Great defensive play there by Kevin Sheridan. And here come the Bulldogs. Sheridan passing across to Tristan Kerr. Kerr meets Pataluka right at the midfield stripe, gets around him. Sends a pass up to Purnell. Purnell waits. Gets the ball to Helton. Helton taking his time here. Waiting for a defense or offensive substitution here. And it happens right there as Nick Hadley leaves the contest. And number 22, that cold deal with the shot, 23?
Yep, I think it was number 23.
James Gaffney.
Yeah,
the minute that he came in, he fires the shot and scores.
That's right. Went down the alley with speed. He was going pretty quick and was able to beat his defender and have a clean look at the goal. Nice transition there.
So with 2:59 remaining in the half, we got a 9-0 game here. 6 goals in this second quarter.
It looks like they're going to be switching the goalie here.
So they are going to put in Nathan Barnett.
Yep.
Or Barrett, sorry about that.
Unfortunately, Colby Walden not able to finish out the half here. Hopefully he gets better.
So Roberto here against Robbins on the face-off. Ball rolls toward the Bedford end. It's picked up by Matthews. So Bedford wins yet another face-off. Pass up to Poole. Poole goes behind goal line extended, waits. Back to Matthews. Now Toscano. Waits for an offensive change. Gets a new player coming in. That's Zach Griffin with the ball. Shot high and beats the new goalkeeper on the first shot.
Yeah, that's twice in a row they've been able to use the transition where they're getting their offensive player on and the long stick off to be able to take a run at the Londonderry defender and been able to score both times. Really nice play by Zach Griffin there. And I'll tell you, it's such an advantage to be able to control that face-off X because you are continually putting pressure on that defense.
So true. It's like it would be like basketball and you never get the ball back.
That's right. Make it, take it on the schoolyard.
Yeah. And once again, Roberto's able to win that face-off. Brings it in to Purnell. Purnell backs up. There's another offensive change. Like I said, a long stick for a short stick. Ball on the ground momentarily. And who's coming up with it? Still loose. And then finally, number 19 wins it, Brady Helton, but they blew the whistle here. I wonder what the call will be.
I think that was a timeout, Bedford, to try to retain the possession with 2 minutes left.
Trying to play for that last shot.
Yeah, good effort. We're seeing it from all phases of the, all areas of the field. The Bedford team running hard, riding hard, going after ground balls. Coach has got to be really happy with their effort here today.
BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access than ever before. Bedford Community Television is available for free as a downloadable app on Apple iOS as well as Android Play. Download the Bedford Community Television app from your app store today. You got everything at your fingertips.
That's right. Everything you need. And I'm just looking at the name of the new goalie here. Either way, as he comes in.
Is it Nathan Barrett, number 35?
There you go. Thank you. It's Nathan Barrett. It's always a tough situation to come in. Kind of cold, a little bit rainy. This will be a test for him after 2 minutes. Again, off of these timeouts, Coach Bordeaux likes to throw in a little bit of a wrinkle, a little bit of a play, and hopefully get a good, easy shot. So this will be a big test for Barrett coming right off the bench.
And one of the Londonderry coaches giving Barrett a workout here just to get him used to seeing some rubber coming his way. Timeout is over. There's 2:01 left on the clock. And Bedford will have possession. They'll try to take the last shot, of course, unless they see an opportunity to shoot earlier, especially against a goaltender that comes in rather cold.
Yeah, exactly. 2 minutes. They got plenty of time to play with. Would love to see him get the ball around, keep some possession, burn it down, maybe down to a minute, and then go after the goal.
Pass behind X to Poole, Purnell, Matthews, Toscano to Griffin. So the Bulldogs go around the horn, down low to Poole again. He backs up behind the net, evades one defender, looks for a pass, can't find it. Poole still with it. Comes out in front of goal line extended, still controlling possession there. Doing a great job. Now finally kicks it out to Griffin. Bedford has a chance to reset. 1:21 to go here in the half. Here's Sean Toscano one-on-one. Wheels around. Toscano still with the ball. Down to Poole. Back to Griffin. Griffin's shot goes wide, but it's backed up by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we see Londonderry with a short stick covering an attackman behind. That's to get all of their long sticks up above their goal to try to stop these middies who are having their way today.
Matthews over to Griffin to Toscano. Now back to Griffin. Under 50 seconds to play here in the half. Griffin waits, looks, pulls back, waits for a lane. Now he decides to shoot it over to Toscano. Toscano gets it across to Ben Matthews. He's one-on-one. Fires a shot down low along the ground. Takes a bounce just wide of the net. Backed up by the Bulldogs. 35 seconds to go. They maintain possession. Poole wheels around, fires over the shoulder and scores.
Yeah, and there it is. We were talking about that short stick going and defending against an attackman, and Colton Poole was able to take advantage of that mismatch, turn the corner, and get a nice shot. Stick side high, actually beat the goalie. Nice way to end that possession.
Well, we might be entering running time territory here in the second half. Bulldogs with an 11-0 lead. And they've got 29 seconds. If they come up with the ball here again, it's loose. Chasing down, still loose on the ground. Nobody has it just yet. Now it gets kicked and finally picked up by the Lancers. I believe that's their first face-off win of the day. And they come into the Bedford zone. A great stick check there, but recovered by the Lancers. Pataluka loses it, and that's going to do it for the time. Now, I was going to say, sometimes when you got a stick and you think you're all by yourself and you're taking your time, you're winding up, and boom, all of a sudden somebody knocks that ball out of your stick. You got to be aware that somebody's on your tail at all moments.
Yeah, nice hustle by Helton there, running down and getting the ball on the ground. Good way to end the half.
Back to second half action here at Bedford High Stadium. Bulldogs comfortably out in front, 11-0. The big story today is 6 goals by Derek Kaliza of the Bulldogs. Plays underway. Bulldogs control once again. They've been winning just about all the face-offs so far. Toscano. Purnell. That's Zach Griffin, number 7, up to Matthews, number 13. Matthews tries to inch his way in, gets it back down low to Poole. Bulldogs just going around the horn here. Griffin misplayed the ball momentarily, got it back. Fakes the pass to Toscano, hangs on to it. Pass to Matthews, fires a shot and scores. So Matthews finally gets on the score sheet for the Bulldogs after providing a couple of apples to other players.
Yeah, and very nice look from Zach Griffin. Was sweeping from left to right, strong hand, was able to find Matthews popping out of that crease, was able to catch the ball, set his feet, and put on a really nice shot over the goalie's left-hand shoulder. Nice finish.
Once again, Bulldogs win that face-off. They maintain possession here. If there was a possession clock in this game, it'd probably be about 90% Bulldogs.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing a really nice job holding and really controlling this game.
And I've got to believe this is a chance for some of the bench players to get some playing time here with this big lead.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of as we started, look to see some of these seniors also get some playing time as well, given their last home game in front of the family.
Helton takes a shot wide, backed up by the Bulldogs. Possession stays with Bedford as that ball leaves the leaves the stadium. Just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. Poole behind the net. There's a pass up to number 15, Kevin Mastodicasa. Some of the new names we're going to be calling out here in this game. There's a shot from Helton and a save by Barrett, who's in the game now for Colby Walden. Under 10 minutes to go here in the third. Another turnover by the Lancers, picked up by Bedford. Spencer Henrishon coming in. Tries to center it, tried to get it to Derek Kaliza. He wound up misplaying it, and Lancers take the ball right back. So teams trading possession here.
Yeah, and you could tell Henrishon really wanted to make something happen with that long pole going in the middle. Unfortunately, Kaliza couldn't handle it.
And right there, McPhail has his stick checked and turns the ball over. Bedford coming right back here. Kevin Sheridan leaves it there for Colton Poole, playing up top rather than down low like he's been doing all day. There's Gaffney. Poole starts heading behind goal line extended, his usual spot. Matthews takes the check, hangs onto the ball. Ball kicked over to Poole. Purnell has it again right behind the goal. Purnell pass up to Matthews and fires a shot and scores.
Yeah, very nice play. They were able to get the ball around, and then coming from behind, Purnell was able to draw a defender, beat his initial, and draw another, and Matthews was standing there wide open and was able to finish. Very nice two-man play.
So Matthews with his second goal and an assist coming from number 3, Luke Purnell. And that is Purnell's second assist to go along with a goal. Face-off still being contested here. And now finally coming away with it is number 10, Ty Parsons. So Londonderry gets their second one, but they lose it. And Bedford gets it right back. Brian Riccio in the game now. Picks up the loose ball and passes it over to Luke Sy. Or correction, that's number 15, Kevin Mastodicasa. And now he leaves it for Sean Toscano as the Bulldogs get into position here. 7:30 to go here in the third quarter. 13-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Toscano wheels, finds Purnell behind the net. Now gets it back up top to Griffin. Griffin waits. Being watched by his man. Griffin now finds a lane. Thinks about shooting, but then sends it low to Poole. Poole to Purnell. Toscano at around the 20-yard line. Now decides to pull back. Finds Master DeCasso, who fires, and that goes wide. Backed up by the Bulldogs, they hold on.
Yeah, we're seeing some nice movement by the attackmen and the midfielders, being able to replace, draw a defender, and then dump for some open shots.
Master de Casa takes a shot, pulls back. Now he kicks it out to Toscano. Toscano wheels to Kaliza, and he finds the net.
Kaliza having a pretty good day here. I think that's number 7 for him, huh?
It is indeed number 7. The assist going to Sean Toscano, making it 14-0.
Number 1, Derek Kaliza.
And Harry, I got to say that this is some of this dominance is really because of the patience of the Bulldogs. They're really taking their time on offense and keeping the ball. And then the other thing I want to shout out here too is on those face-offs, Bedford isn't stopping, and they're going after the ball, and they've been able to create some turnovers and get the ball back just from their hustle plays.
And look at that, Roberto coming away with the ball off the face-off, all on sheer effort on his own. But the ball's loose, rolls out of bounds, so it's going to all be for naught. It goes over to Londonderry. Wanted to take a moment here and acknowledge our seniors. Londonderry does bring it into play here. There's a shot on goal, and it beats Fletcher, who hasn't seen a lot of shots. That's number 2, I believe, right? Nate Pedrick with the goal, and that breaks the shutout.
Yep, I think that is right. Number 2 did a nice job. Pretty good individual effort, bringing it down, going to his left hand into the middle. Got by his defender and was able to bury it low past Fletcher.
So an unassisted goal there by Nate Pedrick. And Pedrick is a senior for Londonderry. Cameron Chico, Nicholas Katsakis, James McPhail, Benjamin Pataluca, Nathan Pedrick, Brandon Robbins, Manuel Souza, and Dylan Risley. That's the roster of seniors on this Lancers club, so we acknowledge them as well on this senior day. This is their final game of the season. They're only playing, they're going to end up playing 16 games. They have an 8-7 record here, and I think they're well on their way to being an 8-8 team today.
That's right. They do have an opportunity here. There was a flag on that ground ball melee, a little bit of a push with possession. So we'll see what they can do. I think this is their first time with man up today. See what they can pull out.
You are correct. Play resumes. Londonderry with the man advantage. Pass behind the net. Up to Pedrick. Fires a shot and scores. And that's going to be an assist from, trying to get that number, looking at the player sideways who was behind the goal. Was that number 11?
Yeah, I
yeah,
couldn't
it's number
quite see.
11.
Yeah, but what we could see from this press box, we had a good angle on that.
Aiden Huard.
Yeah, Londonderry able to pass the ball around, beat the rotation of Bedford. It was a pretty open look for that goal. So Nathan Pedrick doing a nice job putting it home.
So Londonderry with 2 goals straight, making it a little less lopsided here. 14-2 is the score. Bulldogs come up the ball. Pass down low. Kaliza decides to pull it out. Bedford trying to transition quickly here, but Londonderry was ready for them. So now the Bulldogs are going to pull out and reset their offense here.
Yeah, probably the right play there too. Could have jammed it into the middle, but was able to pull it out and retain possession. Take a little bit more time off the clock.
Zach Griffin loses the ball. Still loose. Bouncing on the ground, now taken away by the Lancers, number 19, Dylan Risley, one of the seniors. Lancers over midfield. Number 3, Petaluca with it.
Tristan Kerr very active on that defense. We see Bedford pulling out a little bit, extending.
Brandon Robbins' shot is stopped by Fletcher. And the Bulldogs in transition here. Matthews getting gained upon there, but he's able to maintain possession. Now he tries to pass it, broken up, taken away by the Lancers. Now their pass is off the mark, and the Bulldogs get it right back at midfield. That was Nick Hadley with the ball there. Now Zach Griffin slows things down as the Bulldogs change up. Hadley goes back over the midfield stripe. Shot off the post there by Matthews. Almost got his third goal of the evening, thanks to a pass from Brody Helton. Now it's Helton behind goal line extended, wheels around. Tried to get over to Poole. Poole couldn't get a stick on it. And what are they going to call? They're going to say Londonderry chased that ball down. So
yeah, unlucky for those. Both Matthews and Helton both, I think, hit the post at one point on their shots. Good action, though, by Bulldogs getting pressure on the goalie.
And an errant pass there. Oh, almost lost. Ran down there by Risley. He's able to get it back. Cross-field pass by Risley. Now another long pass into the offensive zone. Unwise, because it's picked up by the Bulldogs. Henryshawn coming in with the long stick. Bounces it and scores. Henryshawn unassisted off a turnover.
Yeah, nice opportunity for Henryshawn. You could kind of tell he wanted that shot, as long poles often do when they run all the way down. So good to see him cash it in and score there.
But the shot bounced in front of the goalkeeper and came up. I guess that's something you can do with a long stick. You can change. That angle can come down at a much higher lie.
That's absolutely right. You change the play and make it a lot harder for the goalie to follow it. A lot of options for you as a shooter.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We were in runtime, by the way, and I'm sure we'll be in runtime again. Let's recap the scoring real quick. In that third quarter, it was 11-0 to start, and then about 53 seconds in, Bennett Matthews scores the first of his two goals with the assist from Zach Griffin. That made it 12-0. Then at 8:41, Matthews again, this time with the assist from Luke Purnell, 13-0. That came at 8:41 remaining in the third. Then at 6:32 remaining, Derek Kaliza scored number 7 on the evening with a helper from Sean Toscano. That made it 14-0. Then after that, finally, Londonderry's break the shutout at 5:17 remaining. It was Nate Pedrick unassisted. Made it 14-1, and then on a power play, or a man advantage, I should say, just a few moments later, at 3:29, it was Pedrick again, this time with the assist going to Aiden Huard, and that made it 14-2. And then with 18.3 seconds remaining, we saw Spencer Henryshawn coming in with his long stick and bouncing it in front of the keeper, Barrett, and made it 15-2 here as we're getting ready to play the final quarter.
Yeah, Londonderry put on a little bit of a run there, but Bedford was able to withstand and still extend the lead.
And it is senior night, and we want to congratulate and acknowledge our Bedford seniors. Number 2, Tyler Daldo. Number 5, Evan Shabati. Number 6, Sean Toscano. Number 7, Zachary Griffin. Number 9, Dalton Roberto. Number 11, Nicholas Hadley. Number 14, Cole Wolfinger. Number 16, Luke Sy. Number 22, Cole Deal. Number 24, John Frangillo. Number 25, Luke Carr. Number 26, Colton Poole. Congratulations to all our seniors, and good luck in future endeavors.
Making their parents proud on senior night tonight.
So once again, they change ends. Bedford going from right to left. And they controlled the face-off. Roberto gets the ball back from number 24, John Frangillo. And like we mentioned before, some of the bench players and some of these seniors that don't get to see a lot of time normally will get some playing time here. Helton waits for some players to change up here, and they do. Gaffney now coming in with the ball. Gaffney decides to pull back. drawing a check from the Londonderry players. Finally a whistle goes, and what is it, a turnover for the Bulldogs?
Yeah, I think that was a ward off there. Gaffney pushing off the defender who was extending pretty hard on him. Unfortunate play, but good defense extending by Brutus, I think, on the Londonderry team.
Number 1. So the Lancers on offense now. Robbins gets the ball back, waits, looking for an opening, has a shot, decides not to take it. Drops it back to Malia. Pedrick cutting in tight, sends a shot high. I think his stick was touched just as he let that shot go.
Yeah, Sheridan following him with that trail check was able to affect the play, affect the shot before he was able to put it on goal.
Lancers back it up, though. They retain possession. Pedrick with it again, having to get through 2 defenders, loses the ball. Sheridan picks it up. Bedford takes it away now. And he wheels around, gets around Pedrick. Now he pulls up, decides to send it cross field now to his teammate, number 27, Tristan Kerr. Pass up to Nick Hadley. That's Alex Gabry. Like, we're seeing a lot of new names here for the Bulldogs as they've got a 13-goal lead with about 9.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, good opportunity for some other folks to get some game action here late in the season. Give your starters a rest as they wait for their last game here on Friday of the regular season.
Wolfinger in the game. He had Cole Deal he took a pass from. And this is Luke Carr, number 25, one of the seniors. Alex Gabry behind X, being watched. Absorbing some checks. Pass up to Cole Deal. Now Wolfinger tries to get around one man, picks up another check. He gets around both of them, finally has some room. There's a shot by number 2, Tyler Daldo. That goes wide. Backed up by the Bulldogs. Frangillo is there to back it up. Deal. Moving across field. Down to Gabry. This is Frangillo. Behind goal line extended. Finds Luke Carr, but that pass goes a little off. He's able to chase it down, though. I was going to say, I thought it might have went out of bounds, but he was able to get to it. So Carr saves the possession there, but gets checked, loses the ball, and the Lancers take it away. This is Robbins, legging it into the Bedford zone. Takes a shot. That goes wide, but it goes right to a Lancer player, Pedrick. Now a little bit of offensive turnover here, defensive turnover for both teams. Pedrick decides to wait it out. He's got Kevin Sheridan on him. Pedrick winds up, fires a shot, but Sheridan puts a stick on it and blocks the shot and takes the ball away. Long lead pass, looks like it's going to be too far. Nope, it's chased down there by Luke Tsai. Bulldogs maintain that possession. Tsai still with it. Wheeling back. Leaves it for Master DeCasa. I'm sorry about that. Under 7 minutes to play here in the game. That's Brody Helton with the ball. Gaffney absorbs the hit, pulls off. His pass just a little bit off the mark, intended for John Frangillo. It's going to be a turnover for the Bulldogs. So here we go. Number 1, Cam Brutus throws a long pass and connects with his teammate. And he tries to get the pass over to number 11, Aiden Hard. and just sends it over his head and goes out of play, so another turnover there for the Lancers.
Yeah, Riccio took a chance there, tried to jump the pass, wasn't able to get it, but Bedford did a nice job crashing in and creating a turnover there. Bad pass by the Londonderry team.
So we're in runtime now. Helton gets through one check, brings it into the offensive end. Helton still with it. Absorbing blows there from Brutus. Or correction, that's number 21, Logan Ward, playing defense. Cole Deal trying to split the defense. Now goes behind goal line extended, still taking some punishment, trying to get away from his defender. Ball's on the ground, and the officials are, calling a turnover?
Yep, turnover. Nice takeaway by the Londonderry defender there.
Long lead pass up now for John Patlis. Gets it over to his teammate, number 3, Pataluka. Pataluka takes the long wheel route, tries to get inside, takes a hit, still with the ball. Tries to shoot the behind over-the-shoulder backhand. It goes wide, and we'll see who maintains control here. I think it was Londonderry who backed that up because Pedrick was right there when that shot was taken. He should have been credited with the backup.
Yeah, I think that's right. We may actually have a flag here. Can't quite tell what they called, but it looks like Durso's running off, maybe going into the box.
Well, see Frangillo taking the knee in the penalty area. It might be on him. So Lancers have another man advantage situation. Save there on a shot by Fletcher. This will be their second man advantage of the game. They were able to score on their first one.
Yeah, and a quick shot. Weren't able to take advantage, and here we are, Bedford with the ball, trying to run out the 1 minute or 30-second penalty, whatever it may be.
We are in runtime right now, 4:11 to go. Bulldogs ahead 15-2. Pedrick got the pass to Pataluka. He loses the ball. Taken away by Sheridan. He kicks it over to Tristan Kerr. Kerr's got some room on the near sideline. Now he meets a defender, gets around him. That was Pataluka. Gabri tried to kick it over to Daldo. Ball's loose on the ground. It's going to be Londonderry who picks it up here. 3:30 to go in regulation. Long pass. Misplayed there by Londonderry, taken away by the Bulldogs. That's Nick Hadley. Puts it on the ground himself. Ball still loose. And whistle blows. They're going to give the ball over to the Lancers. Coming up on the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, you see there, Hadley just walked on the field and was confronted with the ball, was able to pull it away. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get possession.
And there's a pretty give and go. Another goal there for Pedrick. That's 3 for him. With 2:44 to go. I didn't catch the assist. Maybe we'll hear that later, but Pedrick makes it 15-3 Bedford.
And there we go by number 2, Nathan Pedrick.
And no assist is announced, so we'll just assume it's a non-assisted goal. Clock continues to run, 2:22.
Yeah, I think we have a new goalie as well. Matt Bean able
okay.
to get some run here.
So Bedford changing their goalkeeper, but they win the face-off again. Dalton Roberto does. Carries it, loses it. Now picked up by Cole Wolfinger. And he scores. Actually, that was number 2, Daldo.
Yeah, really nice play. Nice to see the senior get a goal here. Nice hustle on that face-off, and Bedford able to take care of the ball, get it down, and get Daldo a goal.
Number 2, Tyler Daldo. Assist to number 14, Cole Wolfinger.
So Wolfinger getting the assist on that play. Daldo with a goal, pair of seniors. 16-3 is your score. 90 seconds to play in regulation. Londonderry wins the face-off. And they immediately turn it over as the pass sails over the head of Aiden Ward. So Sheridan, crossfield pass over to Tristan Kerr. He runs by his defender. And really, I expect the Bulldogs to just run the clock out here with under a minute to go.
Yeah, it's good to see some of the players, the full-time players, cheering on their teammates that don't actually get as much time out here. Good team camaraderie here, and as we close out this game.
Master DeCasa had it. Now he pitches it over to, didn't get that number, number 25. That was Luke Carr.
Carr, I think, yeah.
Under 30 seconds to play. Carr with it again. Picks it up off the ground. And I think everybody's just happy to let the clock run out here. Carr takes a check. Pulls back. Loses the ball. Doesn't know where it is. Now picked up by, or tried to be picked up by Poole. He gets knocked down. Or Gabry, I should say, number 36. Lancers pick the ball up. 2 seconds to go. 1 second. And there's the buzzer right on the shot as Petaluka tried to get a shot on net. It goes wide anyway, and that's it for the game. The Bulldogs all rush on the field, excited.
Yeah, and rightfully so. They really nice game from end to end. They really took advantage of it right from the first face-off and never let their foot off the gas. So it's a very nice victory for them closing out the season.
Well, they closed out the home portion of their season. They do have one more game to go. They will be at Pinkerton on Friday, 5 o'clock tomorrow, or 2 days from now, Friday at 5 p.m. at Pinkerton Academy. That's a contest. The best they can be is 12-4. They're 11-4 right now. They're still in second place. However, with Exeter winning both games against the Bulldogs, and they have several games to play yet, one more anyway, against Merrimack, they could well jump Bedford in the standings. And another team that could jump them as well is Pinkerton Academy. They're 12-5. So if the Bulldogs lost that game Friday, that would make Pinkerton 13-5, and they would jump over them in the standings. So the Bulldogs are going to be either your second, third, or fourth seed in the playoffs, preferably 2 or 3, just to avoid Bishop Girton until the finals in the tournament. Because let's face it, that's pretty much where that's the inevitable. That's the black hole that we're all going to meet at the end of the universe. BG has just been unstoppable this year. Their only losses have been to other top schools around New England. Nobody in New Hampshire has laid a glove on them. So, but it's always one game. You never know what happens. The idea is to get to that final game and hope you can just get one good game against the champs.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you play the game. So really nice close out of the home season here. Great for the seniors to get through, and actually the sun's coming out here as well. So ending on a positive note tonight for the Bedford Bulldogs, and looking forward to what they have on Friday versus Pinkerton.
Jay Abendraw, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast. And, of course, to Andrew Fenn on camera, I'm Harry Kozlowski reminding you our next contest is on Friday. It's going to be Senior Night Girls Lacrosse, May 26th, as they take on the top Division III school in Massachusetts, the 14-0 Newburyport Clippers. Should be a great contest. We'll have it for you on BCTV. We hope you tune in. Your final score, Bedford 16, Londonderry 3. So long, everybody.